Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all enjoying the cricket in action. And again, India will be back tomorrow playing Sri Lanka in the first T20 of a 3 T20 series. I'm finally back with the cricketing videos and I'm very excited to make this. I hope you like this series. I hope you are liking the other videos I'm making about football and I hope you keep supporting the channel. So let's straight away get into the preview. So the first T20 I want to discuss about some results of both the sides previously. So with Sri Lanka, first of all, they're the home team, so I want to talk about them first. The previous T20 record has not been good. It's not been good, it's just disgusting. They went to England, they lost all the 3 matches. Against West Indies, they played another 3 matches at West Indies. They lost 2, they won 1. Then they played West Indies at their own stadium in 2 matches and they lost both of them. Then before that, they played India in a T20 series and in 1 match there was no result and in 2 matches they lost. So most probably 9 losses, 1 win, 1 no result. That is unacceptable. That's not just unacceptable, that's abysmal. That's abysmal T20 record. On the other hand, compare that to India and that's one of the best T20 record you'll see. India have went to Australia, India have went to New Zealand, India have played England at our own stadiums and we have won 10 out of the 13 T20s. We beat New Zealand 5-0 in New Zealand. We beat Australia 2-1 in Australia and we beat England 3-2 in India with 3 losses in just 13 matches and 10 victories. That is just a very parallel record to the abysmal record Sri Lanka have. I also want to discuss a bit about ODI series because Sri Lanka is coming into the confidence after winning the 3rd match but losing the 2nd where again they showed very good sign. So if we go to the likely lineup of both the sides and what we can expect, especially seeing the last ODI, with India also and Sri Lanka, they do not have much option. India will go back to the more preferred lineup after the performance in the last match, and Sri Lanka with the Kushal Perera, Guna Thalika injury, Kushal Perera injury and Guna Thalika, Mendes, they all have been suspended. Sri Lanka do not have much options. Let's be very honest. So with home team, they're very likely to open again with Bhanuka, with Avishka Fernando. Then you're most probably going to have Raja Paksa who performed very good in the last match but a lot of catches was also dropped. Then you will have Dhananjay De Silva, then you will have Shanaka. Hasranga will be back who was rested for the last match, has a precautionary measure for the T20 match. Then Asalanka, then Karunathwe, then Chamira, then Dhananjay, and then it's choice for Sri Lanka management. Do they trust Karunathwe? Chamira has the 2 pacers with Shanaka providing a bit more slowish pace bowling. Or do they want to go with a more pacer in T20 and they go with the Fernando, or they want to go with a more spin option and they go with the Jaya Vikrama because it's T20, so playing Jaya Vikrama, Dhananjaya, then Hasranga, so many spinners might not be good. But if the pitch is good for spin, then I can see them play Jaya Vikrama. If the pitch is for pacers and the overall team management have a different view, they might go with a Fernando. India on the other hand, we have got a report, as you've seen in news it's coming, that because of Avesh Khan injury and a Jinkar Rahane hamstring problem, India are sending Jayant Yadav, Surya Kumar Yadav and Prithvi Shaw to England. So Jayant Yadav is in India, whereas Prithvi Shaw, Surya Kumar Yadav in Sri Lanka. Now it's a bit, there's no permanent report right now. We do not know that will this players will going before the series or will they be going between the series or will they be going after the series. But at the moment, as much as we know that they will be playing the first T20. So it's very clear that it's going to be Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan opening. But if Prithvi Shaw leaves for England, then it's most probably going to be Ruturaj Gaikwad to continue the right-left combination. Then at number 3rd for me is going to be Sanju Samson. Then at number 4 again is going to be Surya Kumar Yadav. But if Surya Kumar Yadav is not available for this match, then it's going to be Ishan Kishan promoted at number 4 and Manish Pandey for Surya Kumar Yadav coming at number 5th. And then it's going to be at number 6 Hardik Pandya, who can provide you some overs. Kunal Pandya number 7, number 8 Deepak Chahar, number 9 Bhuvneshwar Kumar and number 10 Yuzvendra Chahal. Now number 11th option depends on the team management. Do they go with Kuldeep Yadav to provide them a left arm leg spinner, or do they go with the Rahul Chahar who performed magnificently in the last match? So what's Dravids and the team or Shikhar Dhawan thinking in that? So they might go with that, but overall we know the team will mostly be the same that played in the 2nd ODI. So this was about the lineup. Now I want to move on to some of the players to watch before we go on the team that I think we most likely I believe we should take in a Dream 11, Fantasy 11. So if you go towards a particular player, first of all I want to talk about Hardik Pandya. So Hardik Pandya in his last some series against New Zealand, he was not part of the series because he had an injury problem. Against Australia, he scored 78 runs in 3 matches. Against England, he had a score of 19. He did not bat, 17, 11 and 39 not out. But he took 3 wickets in the series. While on the other hand, Yuzvendra Chahal has been suffering from a bit of bad form in T20 cricket. He took 10 wickets in his last 11 matches, where he took 3 wickets in 5 matches against New Zealand. He took 4 wickets in 3 matches against Australia, but he took 3 wickets in 3 matches against England, and because he was so expensive, Virat Kohli dropped him for Rahul Chahar. So again, Yuzvendra Chahal has a lot to prove. He was very good in the ODI series for the first 2 matches he has played, but let's see what he does in T20 cricket, because he has a point to prove. He was dropped in the last 2 matches against England. So this was about the 2 Indian players I wanted to say the players to watch out for. Now Sri Lanka I want to talk about first for Hasranga. Hasranga's T20 career, if you see, he has played 19 matches where he has scored 163 runs and an average of 14.8, and then he has taken 26 wickets in that. So in batting record, because he comes so late, his record is not as good, but in the bowling department he's taken 26 wickets, and you saw in the third ODI what he's capable of. And even in batting, he's a very very good batsman. He can, like if a team requires quick scoring, he can do that. He's a very very good batsman, and then he provides you with a very good bowling option. And then I also want to talk about Chamira. In England, Chamira had taken 6 wickets in 3 matches, and overall in his T20 career he has taken 26 wickets in 25 matches with an economy rate that's a bit expensive of 8.08 and at an average of 27.8. So his overall stats might not give you good reading, but he's coming in confidence against England, where he took 6 wickets in 3 T20 matches. So this was about Chamira. Now I want to talk about Shanaka. And Shanaka in his last 3 T20s against England, he had a score of 7 runs, 8 runs, 50 runs with no wicket taken. But because of the slowish wickets of Sri Lankan wickets and the performance in the last 2 ODIs, he is very very capable of taking the wickets. And then Avishka Fernando, who in England again did not impress, scores of 0, 6 and did not bat, but in the Indian series he's been very very good. So again, he will be the player to watch out for. So the last segment I want to discuss about in this video is a lineup you can go for a Dream 11 or any particular app you play. This is just an opinion. See, I'm neither an expert, I've neither won something big and neither that. It's just according to some of the stats and something that you can look out for. Just a bit of preview and a bit of advice. So for me, see, you must go with Bhanuka in the opening. I think that it's a T20 cricket and Fernando might be just too attacking, and he might give his wicket because Deepak Chahar in T20 has a very good knack of taking wickets in power play. So that's why I won't go with Fernando. I'll go with Bhanuka, and I'll go with Prithvi Shaw as well as Shikhar Dhawan, because I can believe they both are going to give explosive start to India against Sri Lankan bowling attack. So that's why Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Bhanuka, that will be my top 3. If Suryakumar Yadav is playing, then I'll go with number 4 Suryakumar Yadav, and then I'll go with number 5 Shanaka, capable of taking a wicket in the slowish pitches, and also as a captain and also in T20 you see he plays with a much more maturity now. And then I'll go with Sanju Samson. I'll go with W Hasranga, because Hasranga is going to provide you a wicket as well as he can provide you with some meaningful runs. Then I'll go with Hardik Pandya again. If India want to accelerate, they can bring Hardik Pandya in, and over in the bowling department he can give them a bit of knack of wickets when Sri Lanka trying to accelerate and throw the wicket away. And then Deepak Chahar, and then for me Chamira, who will take wickets. Even if it gets expensive, he will find a way to take wickets, whether in the end part of the Indian innings or at the start if Prithvi Shaw plays some expensive shot. And then Yuzvendra Chahal. Now again, I think in this lineup, as I've told you, Suryakumar Yadav and Prithvi Shaw, they both are doubts. So in that regard, if Prithvi Shaw doesn't play, I'll still go with Ruturaj Gaikwad. And if Suryakumar Yadav doesn't play, then even if like Rahul Chahar plays, I'm a bit tempted to play Rahul Chahar in there. So this is overall my lineup that I think might do better. Especially, I can just say one thing, that Hasranga, Hardik Pandya for me, Deepak Chahar, Yuzvendra Chahal, Chamira, and you can say Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan. At least some of these players must be in your team in my opinion, along with Shanaka. The other ones and the captain vice captain choices depends on everyone's choice. For me, the captain picks is always better. Either you can go with Prithvi Shaw or you can even go with Suryakumar Yadav. For vice captain picks, I'll always go with a W Hasranga or a Hardik Pandya. They can provide you explosive batting, they can also give you wickets. And if the captain one, you can go with anyone you want. You can go with Prithvi Shaw, Suryakumar Yadav, Shikhar Dhawan, even any Sri Lankan player. So that depends on your choice. So this was my video about the preview between Sri Lanka and India in the T20 match that's taking place tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave feedback. If something you do not find good, please give me feedback. Please help me improve, and please keep supporting the channel. Thank you everyone.